Russell Westbrook, Russell Westbrook, Russell Westbrook, Russell Westbrook. Russell, my guy, my dog, demands, Mr. Triple Double. Why is everyone blaming Russell Westbrook, man? We know what he is, man. Um, Definitely gonna be a Hall of Famer. He's gonna be known as the Triple Double guy, modern era. Um, Often had this convo with my pops. Um, no one denies Russell's a great talent. He's a great watch. He's entertaining. My understanding, he's a good dude outside the court. Um, but he is what he is. He's like a great fullback. He's full steam ahead, 100% all the time, and that's just what he is. He don't got a second gear. He don't got a third gear. He don't got a fourth gear. He got one mode: full attack, all or nothing. Um, but this is what happens when you join LeBron's team: is that it is always it's always your fault. It's your fault no matter what. Sorry I had to delay. Ambulance coming, but it's always your fault. Now LeBron is getting older. I think he just turned 37. Happy belated birthday to LeBron. Great player, top 5 all time, easy. But when you join LeBron's team and LeBron teams don't look like a championship team. It's they play the blame game, and Russell has been the outed guy, especially because he's the newcomer to the squad. But people kind of warned them that Russ is what he is at this point. He's not going to change at age 33, 34 years old. He's never been a great jump shooter, especially in the 3-point era that we're in right now. I think Karl Anthony Towns, I think he said on someone's podcast that, Russell's a great player, but he's a stat chaser. It's kind of true. I think the league kind of owes Kevin Durant an apology. Like, man, I can't win with this dude. It's not that he's not a great player, but he's a one-dimensional player. He doesn't know how to change the rhythm of his game, And it's not just him. We don't have a lot of point guards in the NBA today. Mostly got 2 guards and point guards' bodies, which I don't know why people think it's like a diss. It's not. He's a great player, but his style of play doesn't translate to championship winning. It's not that you can't win with Russell Westbrook. He showed you he can lead a squad to 40-something, 50-something wins. He's done that a couple of times as the main star, but outside of being with James Harden during the bubble, he never got outside the first round as the main star when Kevin Durant left. Can't really carry a team to the playoffs like that. Whether Paul George was his running mate or just him solo dolo, his MVP season, it's just, he is what he is. Just like LeBron, he is what he is, especially at age 37. And kudos to him. I think he plays, 38 minutes a game? Something crazy like that? They running this dude to the ground. And, they always want to blame Russell Westbrook, and some people need to put the onus on Anthony Davis. Now, you got some people that are saying, AD's, not living up to being, the talent that he's supposed to. But, AD, he don't got enough substance. He's a great player, great talent, but, he wants to step out and shoot instead of being, a center, which is really what he needs to be. I'm not sure if he's a natural center, but in this era, why not? Only physical dominant center you got in the NBA is Joel Embiid, and he not always healthy. So outside of him, who he really tripping about on the paint like that? Rudy Gobert. I mean, he's solid. Don't get me wrong. He's a good defensive player, but I don't think anyone thinks AD could really be stifled by Rudy Gobert if he really put his mind to it. I just don't see that. So, AD just needs to knuckle down and just play like a big man and carry this franchise. Stop letting a 37-year-old do all the work. And they're poorly put together. You got a whole bunch of old dudes. I love Carmelo Anthony, another future Hall of Famer. But, he really should be a six-man. And they don't have any other points outside of LeBron, really. Westbrook, point guard is like the quarterback of basketball. They have to make the decisions. They have to distribute the ball to whoever's hot or whoever's in the best position to make a play or to get a bucket. Russell Westbrook's not that type of guard. He's full throttle, get a bucket or stop and pop for a mid-range. He's the easy scapegoat because he's the new guy, but honestly, it should be more on Anthony Davis and whoever constructed this team. You have a whole bunch of senior citizens on this Lakers squad and wonder why they can't stop nobody on defense. One, they ain't got the legs to. Carmelo 37, LeBron 37, Russell 33, 34. He's an aging guard in a young guards league. It's just not practical. Russell Westbrook needs the ball to be effective. LeBron needs the ball to be effective. AD, he kind of needs the ball to be effective. But I think AD should play center. Just bear down, knuckle down, and play center. But you know what? AD always injury prone. So not only does he mentally not want to be the big man, but physically he can't be the big man because he's never healthy. If AD was what y'all think he is, wouldn't he have carried New Orleans to multiple playoff runs? Not necessarily a championship with the team they had, but if he's supposed to be a top 5, top 10 player, you're supposed to take your team to the bare minimum the playoffs. I don't care what conference you in. If you're a top 10 player, you should be in the playoffs. Not saying you should win it, but at least be in it. At least be in the playoffs. AD couldn't carry New Orleans, so now you're asking him to carry LA. He's just not that dude. The bubble kind of helped him out with his injury proneness last year. That bailed him out. Plus, allegedly, they was training during the pandemic anyway, so they kind of already had a leg up. Problem is, AD can't live up to his to what he's supposed to do, and that's to be the guy. LeBron was trying to transfer his powers over to, not necessarily his powers, but his number one status as the dude to Anthony Davis, and then let Anthony Davis carry the franchise into the team for the next, 5 years or whatever. But Anthony Davis can't get the job done because he's scared to bang in the inside. I don't know why. He got the skills. He got a half decent post game. Mid-range game is solid. He can step out and shoot every now and again, but he's just more focused on trying to be a catch and shoot guy. Like, why? Part of being a big man is you got to have big man mentality, big man presence. Kevin Garnett, he's not the biggest power forward in NBA history, but that dude had big man presence. And people forget Kevin Garnett, I think he's third all time in minutes. Or I think he's top 5, somewhere in there. Right behind LeBron and Kareem. So it's like, dude, and Michael. So like, come on, bro. You don't have to be the most hulking guy to carry a franchise. Dirk Nowitzki carried a team, but Dirk didn't win it until he got in the paint. You're talking about 6'10", 6'11", 7 foot. Your ass needs to be in the paint going to work, punishing the defense. A big man in basketball is like a running game in football. It's to wear you down, it's to break you down. It's like body shots in boxing. You got to wear the defenses down, but, it is what it is. Always blaming Russ, always blaming somebody when they can't get the job done, but a lot of people warned you Lakers, you Lakers fans, you LeBron fans, that team was poorly constructed. The season's not over. They'll probably make the playoffs, but kind of like last year, they're going to be one and done. They're not going nowhere. If I'm LeBron, you stick around to see your son make the league if he is that good. I haven't seen much of him, so I can't say yay or nay, but I heard he's pretty decent, Bronny James. But let me know what you guys think. You guys blame everything on Westbrook, AD, LeBron constructing the team, Rob Pelinka. What do you think about them Lakers? How do you think they'll fare this season, this postseason? Let me know what you guys think. Take it easy.